Hello spicy people, it's your girl So Spice the Sex. So today on Sex Matters, we're going to talk about how to squirt. To the men, how to make your girl or your wife squirt. Yes, how to make a girl squirt. I've gotten this message severally in my DMs, even on YouTube. How do I make my girl squirt? Yeah. So if this is your first time of getting to my channel, it's your first time of knowing who this is, I remain your one and only So Spice the Sex Goddess, and this is a sex talk with So Spice channel. Yeah, all we'll do is talk about sex, explain and review sex toys as well. Yeah. Please don't forget to click on the like button. Also click on the subscribe button. Subscribe to this page so that you can always get all my videos as much as it comes. And also do not forget to drop your comments, and hey, give me a thumbs up. You know how we do it. Yeah. Okay, back to this episode. Today we're talking about how to make a girl squirt. Now, before I go into that, I want to give you 3 things you need to know about making a girl squirt or getting to squirt by yourself or for yourself, with yourself, whichever one that works for you. Number 1, so the first thing you need to do, there are 3 things I want you to know. Yeah, the first thing is take your time. It's not a do or die affair. It's not a thing that has to happen now or tomorrow or immediately. Take your time when it comes to squirting. You want to learn how to squirt, you want to squirt, you need to find out what will work for you. So rule number 1, take your time. Yes. Rule number 2 that you need to understand when it comes to squirting: find your Gspot and stimulate it. A lot of people don't even know what the Gspot is. A lot of men don't know where their wife's Gspot is. A lot of women themselves don't even know where their own Gspot is. So hey, rule number 2, remember, rule number 1 is take your time. Rule number 2, find your Gspot and stimulate it. Rule number 3 that you need to understand: you need to learn to be patient without expectation. A lot of times we have sex, we expect, oh, when am I going to get my orgasm? When am I going to squirt now? Is it going to come? When's it going to come? It doesn't work that way. You don't expect too much from sex. Yeah, you get into it, you feel yourself, just get into the flow and let it take over you. Yeah. So rule number 3, be patient, don't expect too much, and that's it. That way it's going to work. Now let's go deep down into this topic. So number 1 thing you need to know is set the scene. Yes, for you to get to squirt or for you to make her squirt, you need to set the scene and get her into the mood. Look for a very cozy place, a very nice place. No noise, no disturbance, no distraction, no TV or no this. We need to get our mind, memory, emotions, our thoughts and our feelings coordinated. Yeah, so no disturbance, noise. Even if there's noise, it could be music or anything, but hey, set the scene is what we're saying. All I'm saying is set the scene. Put her in the mood, you be in the mood. Let both of you be in the mood for now. Okay, now it's time to get out. You know, now it's time to just feel and enjoy yourself. Get into the mood and it's gonna work. Now, for the Gspot, like I said, you need to know the Gspot. You need to stimulate the Gspot. Where exactly is the Gspot? A lot of people don't even know where the Gspot is. Yes, trust me. It is said that the Gspot is between 0.5 to 2 inches inside the vagina. It's by the wall of the vagina. Now a lot of people don't know where it is. Now, also what I'm saying, all you need to do is, now the reason why we say 0.5 to 2 inches based on the fact that people have different lengths. We have the tall, we have the short, so whatever it is you carry. So the first thing you need to know is that the Gspot is that part of the vagina wall that isn't smooth. The vagina wall is said to be kind of smooth, but that part is not really smooth. Now it's like saying when you take the back of an orange, you know the back of an orange is really not smooth. Yeah, that place is not smooth, and that's what the Gspot is. So you insert your finger, 1 finger or 2, straight into the vagina and bring it backwards. Yes, bring it backwards, and then that part you need to check it out. You know, keep putting your hand. Remember I said from 0.5 to 2 inch. Yeah, so of course this shouldn't be more than 2 inch. Yeah, if you have to go like this is 1 inch and thereabout. Yeah, so insert your finger and just check that part to know where you feel a little bit roughness. Yeah, and that's where the Gspot is. We also have something we call the A spot. Yes, the A spot is above the Gspot, but hey, let's not go there. Let's stick to what the Gspot is in. So when you set your finger, you bring your finger backwards and then you try to stimulate that part. Check out, so this has to do with the coordination of the mind and you understanding the body, you being there. That's why I said you need to set the scene and you need to be there. So you need to put your mind into it and know this is all about the feeling as well. You need to know what the Gspot looks like. So when you insert your hand into her vagina, or hey lady, sit on the floor, get a mirror, fold your legs backwards and dip your hand into your vagina. It's all your vagina. The same way you dip tap on into it, you dip a lot of things into it. We know the same way you dip the penis into it, the same way you dip your finger into it, the same way you dip your dildo into it, the same way you dip your vibrator into it. Hey, dip your finger into it. Yeah, put your finger. When you put your finger as a lady, you put your finger this way and you bring it backwards. But for men, you put it this way and you bring it backwards. Okay, so put your finger into it and stimulate it. Find out where you have that little bit of rough patch here, and that is where your G-spot is. So all you need to do is stimulate the G-spot non-stop. Just keep and hey, this will make you wet. This will also make the blood flow faster, and hey, the swelling then would begin. Another thing you need to learn when it comes to squirting is using loads of lubricant. You don't want to touch your vagina or your G-spot with dry fingers or dry penis, whatever it is. Yeah, loads of, I always say one thing, never be stingy with lubricant. Hey, be a giver, a lubricant giver when it comes to your vagina, especially ladies. Yes, because we get the hurt most, we get to hurt most, we get to feel bad most. Yeah, we get the patches and the cuts most, unlike men. You're not to fire. Learn to use loads of lubricant. Lubrication shouldn't be a problem. You shouldn't be stingy with lubricants. Use loads and loads of lubricant. It helps you get better on the long run. For most people, squirting or ejaculation, whichever what you want to use, for most women, it comes when the G-spot and the vulva is filled with blood. This will help in the increase in size, and then ejaculation comes easy. Yeah, so that's why we always say that make sure you stimulate the G-spot well, so that blood can flow into the G-spot. So blood can flow into the G-spot and also into the vulva. Blood comes into it, and then the rising swells, then there's the probability of you getting to squirt. What you need to understand is when it's time for you to squirt, it will always, most times it feels like you want to urinate. Please note, it is not weird. People, make sure you urinate before you start. Another thing you need to know about squirting, for it to be easy for you, is take loads of water, probably 30 minutes before. You know, for some people water works. For some people, whether or not you take water, you're still going to squirt. Yeah, but for those who are trying, you might want to take water before, and make sure you urinate before you start the sex. That's before you start the sex. That's another thing you also need to know. Now, when we talk about squirting, there are different types of places that makes you squirt. We have women who squirt during penetration. There's some people that for them to squirt, there must be something inside of them. That be the penis touching the G-spot or their fingers touching the G-spot. Yeah, that will make them squirt. And there are people, whether or not something is inside the vagina or inside the vulva, is that they will squirt. Yeah, so for those kind of people, the clit will work. Yeah, for some people, when you stimulate the clitoris very well, remember I always talk about lubricant, loads of lubricant. When you stimulate the clitoris well, yeah, making the blood flow into it and making the making the vulva rise. When you stimulate it well and it gets to your head, squirting might come to play. And at this point, a lot of women run away, they shy away because they feel they want to use it on the bed, they don't want to mess up with the hair, sweetie. It's usually not we. It is squirting. So for those of you who just jump out of bed to use the bathroom and come back until you have lost a higher level of pleasure that no one can ever give you, trust me. Like I said, some people ejaculate when the G-spot is well stimulated, and some people ejaculate when the vagina itself is totally free and empty. So whatever works for you. So for you to squirt, you need to understand that the clit can make you squirt, the G-spot can make you squirt. For some people, the nipples can make some people squirt. Yes, it has come to play that as much as you can get orgasm, whatever turns you on, squirting has no level. For someone like me, it could be my clitoris. For someone like you, it could be penetration. And that people who are lucky enough to squirt via penetration and through the clitoris, it all goes down to knowing your body. When you don't know your body, there is nothing he can do. So all I'm saying is get a mirror, insert your finger into your vagina, come back to the vagina wall, find your G-spot so you can tell him where your G-spot is. Yeah, last thing you need to do is relax. Like I said, no expectations. It might not work, it might work. Is it gonna come now? When is it gonna come? When you keep wandering about in your head, you're in Lagos, you're in Abuja, you're in Kafansha, whatever it is in your head, it's never gonna work. So all you need to do is put yourself in the mood, take your mind out of it, take yourself to another world, enjoy it, let go, be free. And hey, when you feel like your vagina is trying to push in or push out, like you want to urinate, let it go. with force. Let it go. Sometimes it comes with force, most times it comes with force. Let it go. That way you experience to squirt and everyone will be happy. Please do let me know if this gets to help you. If you try this and it works, please send me a message, send me a DM, let you know that all I put out there it's working. Yeah, and also I'm gonna say, Joe, have a fantastic day. Love you all, and remember, I'll always be your one and only So Spice. Because life is too short. Sex is life. Enjoy your sex life. Love you all, and I say bye for now. See you next time.